The AI reckoning, humanity's swan song, or new beginning? So here's the deal. While you're busy scrolling through TikTok or figuring out which protein powder to buy, artificial intelligence has quietly turned into the overachiever that makes us all look bad. It's no longer just your friendly assistant helping you Google recipes or reminding you to buy socks. It's now smarter, faster, and better than us at almost everything that matters. And guess what? Machines didn't just step into the game, they've taken the whole board. Stanford's latest AI index report hit the scene like a gut punch, showing us exactly how far AI has come. Imagine trying to win a race against someone who started years ahead of you, knows the shortcut, and doesn't even sweat. That's AI now. It's outscoring humans in image recognition, language comprehension, and even tasks we thought were sacred human territory. Meanwhile, the rest of us are out here struggling to remember where we left our car keys. Here's the kicker. This isn't just about machines doing our homework faster. It's about how humanity's most cherished benchmarks, our so-called measures of intelligence and capability, are now little more than footnotes in AI's performance history. And if you think this is some distant future scenario, spoiler alert, the future arrived yesterday and you're late to the party. Now let's dive deeper into the absurd, the unsettling, and the downright hilarious ways AI is leaving us in the dust. AI. Humanity's overachieving prodigy. You ever had that one kid in class who just had to raise their hand for every question, ace every test, and then ask for extra credit? Congratulations, that kid just got reincarnated as AI. Except now it's not just the classroom, it's everything. The machines have gone from being our trusty calculators to our insufferable, know-it-all classmate who also happens to have a photographic memory and perfect SAT scores. And here's the fun part, they don't even need sleep or coffee to keep going. Stanford's report laid it out plain and simple. AI isn't just beating us, it's lapping us. Visual reasoning, crushed it. Reading comprehension, game over. Even math, the sacred domain of your nerdy high school buddy, is now AI territory. Sure, it hasn't completely dominated competition-level math yet, but it's getting there faster than you can say, carry the one. And let's talk about multitasking. While you're struggling to decide whether to open Instagram or respond to your boss's email, AI is out here crushing 10 benchmarks at once like it's a casual warm-up. What are humans left with? The occasional inspirational speech about how we still matter. Yeah, good luck holding on to that pep talk when you realize AI just did in 1 hour what you couldn't finish in a week. The truth is, we're not watching machines join the race, we're watching them rewrite the rules. And while we're busy clapping for ourselves for figuring out how to use Excel formulas, AI has already moved on to bigger and better things. But don't worry, it's not like we needed those benchmarks anyway, right? They're just obsolete relics of a time when humans thought they were at the top of the food chain. But hey, no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to. Oh wait, no there's not. Let's move on and talk about the other elephant in the room, your job. Or, you know, the thing that might not exist much longer. Job apocalypse, plan B. Anyone? So let's talk about your job, or as AI likes to call it, low-hanging fruit. While you're out here grinding 9 to -5, pretending that office politics matter, AI is quietly plotting to make you obsolete. And let's face it, if you're doing anything repetitive, predictable, or remotely boring, your job already has a giant AI-shaped target on its back. The Stanford report didn't just highlight how AI is outperforming humans. It also painted a bleak picture of what happens next. Jobs we once thought were safe are now fair game. From entry-level data analysts to creative professions, AI isn't discriminating. It's coming for everyone. But here's the kicker. Most people don't even have a plan A, let alone a plan B. We're all just out here winging it, hoping the machines decide we're too pathetic to bother replacing. And don't even start with the whole, but I bring something unique to the table. Oh, you mean like how you're really good at PowerPoint? AI's been automating slide decks for years. Or maybe you're great at customer service? Yeah, AI bots can charm angry Karens better than you ever could, 24/7 and without rolling their eyes. The real problem isn't just that jobs are disappearing, it's that we don't even know what to do about it. Sure, some Redditors are shouting, learn AI or die. But let's be honest, how many of us are really ready to pivot to becoming AI integrators or prompt engineers when we can barely figure out how to clear our browser? History. The truth is, if your strategy for survival is waiting for someone else to figure it out, you're already in trouble. But hey, don't worry. There's always the coffee shop gig or a promising career in artisanal candle making, at least until AI learns how to foam milk or design a better lavender-scented candle. Let's move on to what humans might still be good at. Spoiler alert, the list is shrinking fast. Humans against machines, who's really superior? All right, let's level the playing field, or at least pretend we can. AI might be dunking on us in everything from reading comprehension to advanced image recognition. But surely there's something we humans still do better, right? Right? Don't worry. I've done the research, and here's what we've got. Sarcasm, making terrible decisions, and crying during Pixar movies. So, the essentials. Sure, AI can ace a competition-level math problem or analyze 1 billion images in seconds. But let's see it master the fine art of forgetting where it put its wallet or leaving stairs out of a house design. Oh wait, it already did that? Never mind. At least we've still got emotional intelligence. Unless you count how chatbots are now simulating empathy better than your last therapist. Creativity then? We can hold on to that, right? Maybe. AI's out here composing symphonies, writing novels, and generating award-winning art, but don't worry, it still struggles with true originality. Like that time you accidentally reinvented cereal for dinner because cooking felt too complicated. Machines can't replicate that level of inspired laziness. But here's the kicker. While we're busy patting ourselves on the back for being unique, AI is out here quietly improving. Every algorithm update gets it closer to mastering what we once thought was sacred human territory. Meanwhile, we're clinging to being human, as if that's going to pay the bills when the machines fully take over. Spoiler alert, it won't. So what does this mean for the so-called human advantage? Honestly, not much. Our best bet isn't trying to beat the machines at their own game, it's figuring out how to work with them. But before we get to that, let's pull back the curtain on who's really benefiting from all this AI progress. Hint, it's not you, or me, or anyone who isn't sitting on a yacht. Let's talk about the real winners here. The red pill of progress, who really benefits? Let's cut the crap. AI isn't here to make your life easier. It's here to make the rich richer, the powerful more powerful, and the rest of us, well, expendable. The billionaire class, they're popping champagne, laughing on their yachts, and using AI to streamline their empire building. Meanwhile, we're out here arguing over whether pineapple belongs on pizza, while the wealth gap turns into the Grand Canyon. Or think about it, AI is doing the heavy lifting, automating warehouses, analyzing big data, and even writing code. But who's reaping the rewards? Hint, it's not the guy pulling a double shift at the factory. It's the CEOs and shareholders sitting at the top of the food chain, watching their profits soar, while they cut redundant human resources. That's you, by the way, you're the redundancy. But don't worry, they've thought of everything. Worried about a revolution? Nah. They've got AI running misinformation campaigns and dividing us with social media echo chambers. Hungry? Oh, too bad. They'll let you starve because, hey, you didn't adapt fast enough to their brave new world. The game is rigged, and AI isn't the cheat code, it's the enforcer. Here's the irony, while the elites weaponize AI to secure their dominance, they sell it to us as liberation. Oh, AI will make your life easier. More time to focus on what matters. Yeah, like figuring out how to pay rent when your job's been replaced by an algorithm. The truth is, they don't want us to be liberated. They want us docile, distracted, and dependent. But don't lose hope just yet. If you play your cards right, you can turn the tables. The trick isn't to fight AI, it's to harness it, or dominate it. Because if you think you can outmuscle this machine-driven future, you're already toast. The real alpha move is figuring out how to use AI as a tool while the rest of the herd panics. And on that note, let's talk about how to embrace the chaos and stay ahead of the game. Embrace the chaos, collaboration over competition. All right, let's get real. Trying to compete with AI is like trying to outswim a shark. It's not just a losing game, it's downright suicidal. So, what's the move here? Simple. Stop treating AI like the enemy and start treating it like your personal sidekick. Think of it as the Robin to your Batman, the Alfred to your Bruce Wayne, except this Alfred doesn't need sleep and never screws up your coffee order. Here's the deal. The machines aren't going anywhere. They're faster, smarter, and more efficient than we'll ever be. But here's their Achilles heel. They still need someone to steer the ship. And that's where you come in. Instead of trying to outthink an algorithm, learn how to use it to crush your competition. AI isn't here to replace you, it's here to amplify you. The real alpha move, master the machine and let it do the heavy lifting while you take all the credit. And let's be honest, you don't need to understand every line of code or algorithm to make this work. You just need to be smart enough to delegate. Think of it as outsourcing your weaknesses so you can double down on your strengths. AI can do the grunt work, the boring tasks, the things that make most people miserable. Meanwhile, you focus on the big moves, the vision, the strategy, the empire building. But here's the catch, not everyone's going to make it. Most people will waste their time whining about how unfair it is, how AI is taking their jobs, how the world isn't what it used to be. You're not most people. You're the guy who sees chaos as an opportunity, who adapts while everyone else clings to the past. Because let's face it, the future doesn't belong to the strongest or even the smartest. It belongs to the most adaptable. And if you're ready to adapt, AI isn't a threat, it's your greatest ally. Speaking of the future, let's take a look at where all this is heading, and trust me, it's not a cozy picture. Buckle up. Closing thoughts, the existential cliffhanger. So here we are, staring into the abyss of the AI-driven future. It's not some sci-fi movie anymore. It's real, it's happening, and it's not waiting for you to catch up. The machines are moving faster than our collective ability to process what's even going on. And guess what? That's the new normal. The days of slow and steady wins the race are over. This isn't a marathon, it's a rocket launch, and most people are still tying their shoes. But here's the kicker. The future isn't some dystopian nightmare where we're all replaced by robots. It's more nuanced than that. It's a game of survival, sure, but it's also a test of adaptability. Can you pivot when the ground shifts beneath your feet? Can you let go of what used to work and embrace what's next? Because if you can't, well, let's just say history won't remember you. And let's be clear, the future isn't just about AI outperforming us. It's about what we do with the time and energy we get back. Do we use it to build something meaningful? Or do we waste it scrolling through endless Instagram reels about hustle culture? The choice is yours, but time's running out. So here's your moment of truth. Are you going to sit back and hope for the best? Or are you going to step up, take control, and figure out how to thrive in a world that's changing faster than ever? One thing's for sure, AI isn't slowing down, and neither should you. The future belongs to the thinkers, the doers, and the ones who aren't afraid to rewrite the rules. Game on. Here's the uncomfortable truth no one wants to admit. As AI accelerates, it's not just outperforming us, it's exposing us. For centuries, we've clung to the belief that humanity is special, that we have something machines can't replicate. But what if that something isn't intelligence, creativity, or even emotion? What if it's the one thing we've spent the last century trying to erase our humanity? Look around. We've built a world where productivity is king, where people are judged by output, efficiency, and the size of their paycheck. And guess what? AI is better at all of that. Faster, smarter, more efficient. It doesn't get tired, doesn't need breaks, doesn't cry in the bathroom after a rough meeting. The problem isn't AI, it's us. We built a system where the only thing that matters is winning. And now we're losing at our own game. But here's the twist. Maybe losing isn't the worst thing. Maybe the rise of AI is forcing us to rethink what it means to be human. Not in some touchy-feely kumbaya way, but in a raw existential way. What do we have to offer when the machines do everything better? What's left when the metrics, the benchmarks, the human advantages are gone? Maybe it's time to stop playing AI's game and start playing our own. Maybe it's time to double down on the things machines can't quantify, the messy, beautiful, chaotic stuff that makes life worth living. Relationships, art, passion. The ability to laugh at ourselves even as the world burns. Because here's the truth. AI might be smarter, faster, and more efficient, but it'll never be alive. It'll never know what it feels like to fall in love, to grieve, to dream about a future it can't predict. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real advantage we've had all along. The question is, what are we going to do with it?